a host of political reactions have also come in. Let's begin with what the Chief Minister Bommai had to say. Let's listen into his reaction.
ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಾತುಗಳು ಉತ್ತರ ಕೊಡುವಂಥ ಅವಶ್ಯಕತೆ ಇಲ್ಲ. ನಾನು ಮೊದಲೇ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೆ, ಕಾನೂನು ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಎಲ್ಲವೂ ಕೂಡ ನಡೀತದೆ. ಈ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತನಾಡುವುದು ಸರಿಯಲ್ಲ. ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಮುಕ್ತವಾಗಿ ನಾವು ಸ್ವತಂತ್ರ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೇವೆ, ಆ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಹೀಗಾಗಿ ಈ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲೂ ಕೂಡ ಯಾವುದೇ ವ್ಯಾಖ್ಯಾನ ಮಾಡುವಂಥ ಅವಶ್ಯಕತೆ ಇಲ್ಲ.
It took nearly 7 days for the Swamiji to be arrested. But unfortunately, we haven't seen any political party backing these girls, these minor girls, one of them also a Dalit. Has the Congress now lost the moral courage to stand for what is right?
I feel that the law which I drafted, POSCO law, it has been orphaned. Dharma is sabotaging or overruling the Constitution of India and the rule of law in the country. However big or low a person may be, the offence, POSCO law is very clear. It has to be, he has to be arrested. That too, a statement is obtained in the magistrate court. They have told everything. Despite that, even till today, of course, they say that he was arrested or something like that, accused number 1. But no concrete action has been taken. Big, highest man of the BJP in Karnataka, Yadurappa, has given a clean sheet. He said he can do no wrong.
They have done ECG for Murugha Sharanaru. Now it is showing some changes regarding myocardial infarction. Heart attack changes are there. Along with we have sent his blood for investigation. In 10 minutes that report will come. 2 doctors are coming from Davangere, heart specialist, cardiologist. Then we'll take a decision.
All right, let's try and get in a sense of perspective in terms of what today's developments mean for this entire case. And for that, I'm joined in by our guests, Mr. R.K. Upadhyay, who's a senior journalist. I'm also joined in by Ms. Tahira Hassan, who's an author and women's rights activist. Mr. R.K. Upadhyay, if I may take my first question from you. We heard what the district surgeon had to say. I wonder if such kind of medical assistance would be mobilized in case of a common man, as has been done in the case of this Seer, first of all. Secondly, his legal team has pointed out that the Seer had not been keeping well for the last 15 days. Why has he been admitted to the hospital today?
It's very strange things are happening. I mean, last night when finally he was taken into custody and, the state government claimed that he has been arrested, we are all hoping that the law will start taking its course. But unfortunately, I think that there is still, certain lacunas that have to be overcome. I mean, this is unpardonable. It has taken for the state government and the police 6 full days for the finally, touch that Swamiji. And he has to be interrogated, and then finally the truth has to come out. But all this drama, I don't know how it can be allowed, this kind of a drama. And I'm sure the state government acted only after the Prime Minister's office intervened, because the Prime Minister is today in Mangalore, and it would have been highly embarrassing for him, for this kind of situation to continue in Karnataka and for him to be here. So probably there was an instruction from the Prime Minister's office, and only after that the police moved him. And even after that, it's bizarre that, he should have been produced in the court. They should have taken custody of him, 14 days judicial custody. And instead of that, you find this different kind of a drama going on.
Absolutely.
I hope the High Court intervenes and, pulls up the state government. Because the 4 lawyers have approached the High Court yesterday. I hope it will be taken up in the High Court today.
Absolutely. Tahira Hassan, it's indeed ironic that the High Court's intervention is needed for a case which is so glaring, so delicate and fragile and disturbing at the same time, because we all know that the charges have been framed under the POXO Act. It's unfortunate that one has to expect a court-monitored probe on a case which seems so simple and blatant at the same time. I'd like your thoughts, Tahira. Tahira, can you hear me? Tahira, can you hear me? All right, we seem to be having some audio issues with Tahira, but while we try and fix that, let me go back to R.K. Upadhyay. Mr. Upadhyay, as I said, that it's indeed tragic and ironical that one has to expect a court-monitored probe or a CID to intervene for a case which seems so direct, because going by what the girl's legal team or the legal representation has to say, is saying that it's a very clear-cut case, because when it comes to the POCSO Act, if there's a statement registered before the magistrate under the POCSO Act, it's a very clear-cut case, and that a court-monitored probe should not be ideally needed.
Absolutely. In fact, this is almost 6 days now. It was last Friday when the first statement of these girls were recorded by the Nazarabad police in Mysore. And after that, they transferred the case to Chitradurga. And in Chitradurga, the DYSP and others, had one more, statement recorded. And these girls gave statement for about 5.5 hours. I mean, see, they cannot be tutored to lie for 5.5 hours. So there must be some truth in it. And then they took the children to the magistrate. And under 164, CRPC, again the statement has been recorded. After all this, it was incumbent upon the police to take the accused into custody. And what were they still waiting for? And we haven't heard the DGP, Mr. Praveen Sood, having a single word on this issue. It is 7th day today, and what is he doing? Under the POCSO Act, it is for the police. They don't have to wait for any instructions from any government body. They just have to act. And it's unbelievable that the DGP is keeping quiet, the DIG is keeping quiet, and finally this Swamiji is taken into custody yesterday, and then he's admitted to hospital. And I think the court has to intervene now and then take charge of the whole investigation. And now it's very, very clear that this government is very weak, meek, and timid in front of this super Swamiji. And, people cannot expect justice from the state government unless the court steps in and takes over the investigation.